High above the bustling cities and picturesque landscapes of the blue-green planet, a sleek alien spacecraft observed the strange activities unfolding below. The craft's occupants, members of an advanced civilization from a distant corner of the galaxy, had detected the peculiar behaviors of the planet's dominant species, the Deathworlders, as they were known in the galactic community. Through their sophisticated sensors, the aliens watched with fascination as the Deathworlders engaged in a variety of physical contests. Some hurled oddly shaped objects through the air, while others kicked or carried balls across marked fields. They saw Deathworlders submerge themselves in bodies of water, racing against each other. In enclosed arenas, they witnessed Deathworlders slamming into one another, grappling and pushing, all while crowds of their kind cheered enthusiastically. "Fascinating," murmured Siloth, the lead xenoanthropologist on the mission. "These Deathworlders seem to derive great enjoyment from these sports, as they call them. The levels of physical exertion and competitive drive are quite remarkable." Siloth's colleagues nodded in agreement, their tentacles undulating thoughtfully. They had encountered many sentient species during their explorations, but none quite like the Deathworlders. The very atmosphere of their homeworld, with its extreme temperatures, volatile weather, and abundant predators, should have been enough to wipe out any fragile life forms. And yet, here they were, thriving and even cultivating elaborate recreational activities. "We must learn more about these sports," declared Siloth. "Perhaps they hold the key to understanding the Deathworlders' remarkable resilience and adaptability." With that, the alien craft silently descended, its advanced cloaking systems rendering it invisible to the Deathworlders below. The xenoanthropologists began meticulously recording every detail of the sporting events, cataloging the various tools and strategies employed by the humans. They marveled at the Deathworlders' physical prowess, their willingness to engage in such high-risk activities, and the sheer joy they seemed to derive from competition. Days turned into weeks as the aliens continued their observations, their fascination growing with each passing moment. They studied the intricate rules governing the different sports, the complex training regimens the Deathworlders undertook, and the fervent enthusiasm of the spectators. It became clear to the xenoanthropologists that these sports were not mere pastimes, but deeply ingrained cultural practices that held profound significance for the Deathworlders. Finally, Siloth convened a meeting of the science team, their tentacles quivering with excitement. "My colleagues, I believe we have uncovered something of great importance. These sports are not merely games, but rather a reflection of the Deathworlders' remarkable adaptations to their hostile environment. The physical challenges, the strategic thinking, the teamwork, all of these elements are essential survival skills for a species that must constantly contend with the dangers of their homeworld." The other xenoanthropologists murmured in agreement, their eyes gleaming with newfound understanding. "We must replicate these sports on our own world," Siloth continued, his voice brimming with determination. "By engaging in these physical and mental exercises, we can unlock the keys to the Deathworlders' resilience, and perhaps even gain insights that will enhance our own civilization's development." With renewed purpose, the alien expedition set to work, meticulously documenting the various sports and formulating plans to recreate them on their own homeworld. Little did they know that their fascination with Deathworlder sports was about to lead them on a journey of discovery that would forever change their understanding of the universe and their place within it. The alien expedition returned to their home planet, their tentacles brimming with excitement and new knowledge. They had spent countless hours observing the Deathworlders' sporting activities, meticulously cataloging every detail, from the rules and equipment to the physical and strategic demands of each game. Now the xenoanthropologists set out to replicate these sports on their own world, determined to unlock the secrets of the Deathworlders' remarkable resilience and adaptability. Under Siloth's guidance, teams of engineers and scientists began designing specialized equipment and infrastructure to accommodate the alien versions of human sports. They constructed massive stadiums with gravity-altering fields, developed protective gear to withstand the rigors of high-intensity competition, and engineered balls and other implements that could be safely handled by their tentacled limbs. As the first alien sports leagues began to take shape, the competitive spirit of the civilization was ignited. Individuals from all walks of life signed up to participate, drawn by the allure of physical challenge and the promise of glory. This is just the beginning, Psylocke declared to his colleagues, his tentacles quivering with excitement. Once our people fully embrace these sports, we will unlock the keys to our own potential. The Deathworlders have shown us the path to becoming stronger, faster, and more resilient. The xenoanthropologist's words proved to be prophetic. As the alien sports leagues grew in popularity, the participants threw themselves into their training with unparalleled dedication. They pushed their bodies to the limit, honing their reflexes, endurance, and strategic thinking. Psylocke and his team closely observed the transformation, marveling at the rapid physical and mental adaptations of the alien athletes. They noticed increased muscle density, heightened cardiovascular efficiency, and a remarkable ability to withstand the intense physical stresses of the sports. The Deathworlders' survival instincts are deeply encoded in their cultural practices, Psylocke realized. By replicating these sports, we are unlocking those same primal drives within our own people. As the alien civilization's technological prowess grew in tandem with the sports leagues, the xenoanthropologists began to see a profound shift in their society. Innovations in materials science, energy generation, and robotics flourished, driven by the need to create ever more specialized equipment and infrastructure to support the burgeoning sports culture. The alien world was buzzing with activity as teams competed fiercely against one another, vying for the coveted championship titles. Crowds of spectators cheered passionately, their tentacles waving in the air as they celebrated the heroic feats of their favorite athletes. Psylocke and his colleagues watched in awe, realizing that what had started as a simple scientific inquiry had become a transformative force, shaping the very fabric of their civilization. We have uncovered something far greater than we ever imagined. Psylocke mused, his eyes gleaming with a sense of wonder and purpose. These sports are not just games, they are the keys to our own evolution, the pathways to becoming stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to face the challenges of our universe. As the alien sports leagues continued to thrive and expand, the xenoanthropologists knew that they were on the cusp of a profound discovery, one that would forever change their understanding of their own potential and their place in the cosmic tapestry. As the alien civilization's sports leagues grew in popularity and intensity, the demand for innovative equipment and infrastructure became increasingly pressing. The xenoanthropologists, led by the ever-curious Psylocke, recognized this as an opportunity to push the boundaries of their technological capabilities. Teams of engineers, scientists, and designers were assembled to tackle the challenges posed by the Deathworlder-inspired sports. They needed to create specialized playing fields, protective gear, and equipment that could withstand the rigors of high-speed, high-impact competitions. "We must push the limits of our technology," Psylocke declared during one of the strategy meetings. "The Deathworlders have shown us the potential for physical and mental excellence. If we are to truly unlock the secrets of their resilience, we must match their ingenuity and innovation." The xenoanthropologists dove headfirst into their work, driven by a sense of exploration and a desire to understand the deeper significance of the Deathworlders' sporting activities. They experimented with new materials, developed advanced manufacturing techniques, and explored the boundaries of their understanding of physics and engineering. One of the most pressing challenges was the need to create playing fields that could simulate the unique environmental conditions of the Deathworlders' homeworld. The alien scientists studied the Earth's atmospheric composition, gravity, and weather patterns, seeking to recreate these elements within the controlled confines of their stadiums. If we can accurately mimic the Deathworlders' physical challenges, we may uncover the keys to their remarkable adaptability, Psylocke hypothesized. Through a combination of cutting-edge technology and tireless experimentation, the alien civilization began to make breakthroughs. They developed fields that could adjust gravity, alter atmospheric pressure, and even generate simulated weather conditions. The protective gear worn by the athletes was engineered to withstand extreme temperatures, impacts, and other hazards. As the sports leagues continued to evolve, the technological advancements sparked a wave of innovation that rippled through the entire civilization. Material science, energy generation, and robotics all experienced rapid advancements, driven by the need to support the growing sports culture. The Deathworlders have inadvertently become our greatest teachers. Phyloth marveled, watching as his colleagues celebrated the latest technological breakthrough. By emulating their sports, we have unlocked our own potential for innovation and growth. The alien world was alive with a newfound energy as citizens from all walks of life became captivated by the spectacle of the sports competitions. The stadiums were packed with enthusiastic spectators, their tentacles waving in the air as they cheered on their favorite teams. Xyloth and his xenanthropology team observed this transformation with a sense of scientific wonder and growing pride. They realized that their initial fascination with the Deathworlders' recreational activities had blossomed into something far greater, a catalyst for the alien civilization's own technological and cultural evolution. "We are on the cusp of a new era," Xyloth announced to his colleagues, his voice brimming with excitement. "The Deathworlders have shown us the path to becoming stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to face the challenges of our universe. Now, it is our turn to forge a future that will echo through the stars." As the alien sports leagues continued to push the boundaries of technological innovation, the xenanthropologists knew that they were witnessing the dawn of a new age, one in which the lessons of the Deathworlders would shape the destiny of their own civilization. As the alien sports leagues gained momentum, one athlete, a young and inquisitive individual named Xyloth, began to suspect that there was more to these Deathworlder sports than met the eye. Xyloth had always been an exceptional player, excelling in the high-gravity version of the Deathworlders' football game. They had broken numerous records and were widely regarded as one of the most promising athletes in the league. However, as they observed their fellow competitors, Xyloth couldn't help but feel that there was a deeper purpose to these physical challenges. "There is something about these sports that we are missing," Xyloth confided to their mentor, Xyloth, the renowned xenanthropologist. The Deathworlders seemed to approach them with a level of intensity and focus that goes beyond mere recreation. Xyloth listened intently, his tentacles twitching with curiosity. The veteran scientist had, over the years, come to the same conclusion, but had hesitated to share his suspicions with the wider public. He knew that the sports had become a source of immense pride and unity for their civilization, and he was reluctant to disrupt that progress. "You raise a valid point, Xyloth," Xyloth responded, his voice measured. "The Deathworlders' sporting activities do appear to be more than just games. Perhaps there is a deeper significance that we have yet to uncover." Encouraged by Xyloth's openness, Xyloth delved deeper into the study of the Deathworlders' cultural practices. They pored over the extensive records compiled by the xenanthropology team, searching for clues that might shed light on the true nature of these sports. As Xyloth's investigation progressed, a startling realization began to dawn. The various games and competitions seemed to share a common thread. They all demanded a high degree of physical capability, strategic thinking, and the ability to adapt to challenging environments. "These are not just games," Xyloth exclaimed, their tentacles trembling with excitement. "They are survival training techniques. The Deathworlders are honing their bodies and minds to thrive in their hostile homeworld." Xyloth listened, his eyes widening with understanding. "Of course, how could we have missed it? The Deathworlders' sports are not mere recreational activities, but rather tools for cultivating the skills necessary to survive on their dangerous planet." The two xenanthropologists pored over the data, uncovering more and more evidence to support their theory. They studied the equipment used in the sports, the training regimens, and the strategies employed by the Deathworlder athletes. Everything pointed to a deeper purpose, one that went beyond simple entertainment. "We must share this discovery with the rest of our civilization," Xyloth declared, their voice filled with urgency. The implications of what we have uncovered are profound. If these sports are indeed survival techniques, then we have been mimicking them without understanding their true nature. Xyloth nodded solemnly, his tentacles curling in contemplation. You are right, Xyloth. This knowledge could have far-reaching consequences, both for our own society and our relationship with the Deathworlders. We must proceed with caution, but we cannot ignore the truth that has been revealed to us. As Xyloth and Psyloth prepared to present their findings to the governing council, they knew that they were on the cusp of a momentous discovery, one that would forever change the way their civilization viewed the Deathworlders and their own place in the cosmos. The revelation that the Deathworlder sports were not mere games, but rather highly effective survival and combat training techniques sent shockwaves through the alien civilization. Xyloth and Psyloth's findings were met with a mixture of disbelief, confusion, and growing unease. As the news spread, the members of the governing council convened an emergency meeting, summoning the two xenoanthropologists to present their evidence and conclusions. Xyloth stood before the council, their tentacles trembling with a mixture of trepidation and resolve. Honorable members, we have uncovered the true nature of the Deathworlders' sporting activities. These games are not mere pastimes, but rather highly sophisticated training regimens designed to cultivate the physical, mental, and strategic skills necessary for survival in their hostile environment. The council members exchanged worried glances, their tentacles undulating in agitation. Xyloth, sensing their unease, spoke up, his voice calm and measured. Through our extensive observations and analysis, we have come to understand that the Deathworlders' sports are not just for entertainment, but rather a reflection of their primal survival instincts. The physical challenges, the competitive drive, the teamwork, all of these elements are essential for thriving on their dangerous homeworld. One of the council members, a senior administrator named Tyvoth, leaned forward, his eyes narrowed in suspicion. If what you say is true, then we have been mimicking these survival techniques without fully comprehending their purpose. What are the implications of this revelation? Xyloth and Psyloth exchanged a weighted glance, knowing that the answer would not be an easy one to deliver. The implications are profound. Xyloth began, their voice tinged with gravity. We have been honing our physical capabilities, our strategic thinking, and our adaptability, all based on the Deathworlders' survival training methods. But in doing so, we have inadvertently been preparing ourselves for a level of adversity that our own civilization has never truly experienced. The council members shifted uncomfortably in their seats, their tentacles twitching with a mixture of unease and fascination. Psyloth continued, his tone thoughtful. We must now confront the unsettling possibility that the Deathworlders' way of life is not merely a curiosity, but a reflection of the harsh realities that we may one day have to face ourselves. Their sports are not just games, they are the tools they use to ensure their very survival. The revelation hung in the air, a palpable tension settling over the chamber. The council members fell silent, each lost in their own contemplations of the implications. Finally, Tyvoth spoke up, his voice strained. If what you are saying is true, then we must reevaluate our entire approach to these sports. We can no longer view them as mere recreational activities, but as the key to unlocking the secrets of the Deathworlders' resilience and adaptability. Xyloth and Psyloth nodded solemnly, knowing that the path ahead would not be an easy one. The alien civilization had to come to terms with the unsettling reality that their fascination with the Deathworlders' sports had been leading them down a transformative path, one that would challenge their very understanding of their own capabilities and place in the universe. The revelation that the alien civilization had been unknowingly mimicking the Deathworlders' survival training techniques rather than mere recreational activities sent shockwaves through their society. The governing council was in a state of turmoil, with members debating heatedly about the implications and the appropriate course of action. Xyloth and Psyloth, the two xenoanthropologists who had uncovered the truth, found themselves at the center of the storm. They had presented their findings to the council, detailing the evidence they had gathered through their extensive observations and analysis of the Deathworlder sports. "We must immediately cease all participation in these sports," argued Tyvoth, the senior administrator who had initially questioned the xenoanthropologists. "They are too closely tied to the Deathworlders' harsh survival instincts. We cannot risk exposing our own people to such dangerous training regimens." Other council members nodded in agreement, their tentacles twitching with a mixture of fear and uncertainty. However, Xyloth and Tyloth stood their ground, their voices calm but resolute. "Honorable council members," Xyloth began, "while the implications of our discoveries are indeed profound, we must not act hastily. These sports have become deeply ingrained in our civilization's culture and technological development. Simply abandoning them could have devastating consequences." Xyloth chimed in, his tentacles gesturing emphatically. "The Deathworlders' survival techniques have unlocked our own potential for innovation and adaptation. We have made remarkable advancements in fields such as materials science, energy generation, and robotics, all driven by the need to support our participation in these sports." The council members shifted uncomfortably in their seats, the weight of the decision before them palpable. "But what of the risks?" Tyvoth pressed, his voice tinged with concern. "If these sports are indeed a reflection of the Deathworlders' primal survival instincts, then we are in danger of unleashing those same forces within our own civilization. We cannot afford to jeopardize the stability and harmony we have worked so hard to achieve." Xyloth and Psyloth exchanged a weighted glance, knowing that the council's concerns were valid. They had spent countless hours contemplating the implications of their discovery, and they understood the profound challenges that lay ahead. "Honorable council members," Xyloth said, his voice measured, "we do not deny the risks. However, we believe that by continuing to engage with these sports, we can harness the very adaptations and resilience that the Deathworlders have cultivated. With careful consideration and appropriate safeguards, we can guide our civilization towards a future where we are better equipped to face the challenges of our own world, and perhaps even the wider universe." The council fell silent, the air thick with tension as they grappled with the decision. Some members still clung to the idea of abandoning the sports altogether, while others were intrigued by the prospect of unlocking their civilization's full potential. Finally, Tyvoth sighed heavily, his tentacles curling in resignation. "Very well. We will convene a special task force to study the implications and develop a plan for the continued cautious exploration of these Deathworlder sports. But we must proceed with the utmost care and vigilance." As the council adjourned, Xyloth and Psyloth exchanged a look of cautious optimism. They knew that the path ahead would be filled with challenges, but they were determined to guide their civilization through this transformative period, one step at a time. In the wake of the governing council's decision to cautiously continue exploring the Deathworlder sports, the alien civilization found itself in uncharted territory. The initial panic and confusion had given way to a mixture of trepidation and grudging acceptance as the citizens grappled with the implications of Xyloth and Psyloth's groundbreaking discovery. The special task force assembled by the council wasted no time in delving into the matter, meticulously examining the data and formulating a comprehensive plan of action. Led by the veteran xenoanthropologist Psyloth, the team worked tirelessly to understand the deeper significance of the sports and how their civilization could adapt to this newfound knowledge. "We must approach this transition with great care and thoughtfulness," Tyloth stressed during the task force's initial meetings. "The Deathworlder sports have become so deeply ingrained in our culture that simply abandoning them could have catastrophic consequences for our society." Xyloth, who had been appointed to the task force, nodded in agreement. "The technological advancements we've made, the sense of unity and competition, all of these elements have become integral to who we are. We cannot simply discard them without understanding the full ramifications." The task force members exchanged worried glances, their tentacles undulating with a mixture of uncertainty and determination. "Then what do you propose?" asked one of the council representatives, her tone laced with a hint of skepticism. How can we continue to engage with these survival training activities without jeopardizing the stability of our civilization? Silof and Zylof shared a weighted look, knowing that the path forward would not be an easy one. But after countless hours of analysis and discussion, they had formulated a plan that they believed could strike a delicate balance. We must reframe our approach to the Deathworlder sports. Zylof began, his voice steady and assured. Rather than viewing them solely as recreational activities, we need to embrace their deeper purpose as tools for personal and societal growth. Zylof chimed in, their tentacles gesturing emphatically. We will continue to participate in the sports, but with a newfound appreciation for the adaptations and resilience they cultivate. Our training regimens will be refined, our strategies honed, and our understanding of the Deathworlder's way of life deepened. The council representative raised a tentacle, her expression thoughtful. And how will this help us navigate the challenges we now face? Surely, simply maintaining the status quo is not enough. Zylof nodded, his eyes gleaming with determination. You're absolutely right. We must go further. By continuing to engage with the Deathworlder sports, we will unlock new avenues for technological and cultural advancement, not just for the sake of competition, but for the betterment of our entire civilization. The task force members listened intently as Tylof and Zylof outlined their vision. A future where the alien society would harness the lessons of the Deathworlder's survival techniques to enhance their own resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving capabilities. The sports would become a conduit for a deeper understanding of the cosmos and the challenges that lay beyond their home planet. As the meeting drew to a close, the council representative leaned back in her seat, her tentacles relaxing slightly. It is a bold plan, to be sure, but if what you say is true, then the potential rewards could be invaluable. Very well, we will grant the task force the resources and authority it needs to implement this new approach. Zylof and Silof exchanged a triumphant glance, knowing that they had taken the first step towards guiding their civilization through this transformative period. The road ahead would be challenging, but they were prepared to face it head-on, armed with the lessons of the Deathworlders and a renewed sense of purpose. With the Alien Governing Council's approval of the task force's plan to reframe the Deathworlder sports as a means of cultural and technological advancement, the civilization embarked on a new era of exploration and discovery. Silof and Zylof, the two xenoanthropologists who had spearheaded the initial investigation, now found themselves at the forefront of this transformative journey. They recognized that the key to unlocking the full potential of the sports lay in establishing stronger ties with the Deathworlders themselves, the very people whose cultural practices had so profoundly influenced the alien civilization. We must reach out to the Deathworlders and learn from them directly, Tylof declared during a task force meeting. Our understanding of their sporting activities has been limited by our own observations. If we are to truly harness the lessons they offer, we must engage in direct cultural exchange. Zylof nodded in agreement, their tentacles twitching with excitement. Precisely. The Deathworlders have much to teach us, not just about their physical prowess, but about the deeper societal and psychological factors that shape their way of life. The task force members murmured in agreement, recognizing the potential benefits of such an endeavor. However, the prospect of direct contact with the Deathworlders also raised concerns about the potential for misunderstandings and cultural conflicts. We must proceed with the utmost care and respect, cautioned one of the council representatives. The Deathworlders are a formidable species, and any misstep on our part could have grave consequences. Zylof and Zylof understood the valid concerns, but they remained undaunted. They had spent years studying the Deathworlders and believed that a genuine, open-minded approach could lead to a mutually beneficial relationship. We have come too far to let fear hold us back, Zylof declared. By reaching out to the Deathworlders, we have the opportunity to not only learn from them, but to forge a lasting alliance that could shape the future of both our civilizations. With the Council's cautious approval, Tylof and Zylof set out to establish contact with the Deathworlders, carefully crafting diplomatic overtures and learning about their language and customs. It was a delicate process, fraught with the potential for misunderstandings, but the xenoanthropologists persevered, driven by a sense of curiosity and a desire to bridge the divide between the two civilizations. As the first tentative exchanges took place, the alien citizens watched with a mixture of trepidation and hope. They had grown accustomed to the Deathworlder sports, but the thought of direct interaction with these formidable beings still filled them with a sense of unease. However, Xyloth and Xyloth's diplomatic efforts slowly began to bear fruit. The Deathworlders, initially wary of the alien civilization's interest, gradually opened up, intrigued by the aliens' genuine desire to learn and understand. "They are not merely curious about our sporting activities," one human ambassador remarked during a video conference. "They seem to have a deep appreciation for the underlying purpose and cultural significance of these practices." Encouraged by this positive response, the Alien Task Force doubled down on their efforts, arranging cultural exchanges, joint training sessions, and even collaborative research projects. The two civilizations found common ground in their shared fascination with the boundaries of physical and mental capability, and a newfound respect began to take root. As the partnership blossomed, the alien citizens watched in awe, their tentacles uncoiling with a sense of wonder and pride. The Deathworlder sports, once viewed as a mere curiosity, had become a bridge to a deeper understanding of their cosmic neighbors, a testament to the transformative power of curiosity and the pursuit of knowledge. Xyloth and Xyloth, the architects of this cultural exchange, smiled with a sense of satisfaction, knowing that their decision to embrace the lessons of the Deathworlders had set their civilization on a path towards a future of unprecedented cooperation and discovery. As the alien civilization's partnership with the Deathworlders deepened, the once cautious exchange of knowledge and cultural practices blossomed into a collaborative effort that would reshape the very fabric of both societies. Xyloth and Xyloth, the two xenoanthropologists who had spearheaded the initial investigation into the Deathworlder sports, found themselves at the center of this transformative process. Their tireless efforts to bridge the divide between the two civilizations had paid off, and now they stood as the architects of a new era of cooperation. The lessons we have learned from the Deathworlders go far beyond the realm of sports and physical training, Xyloth declared during a joint press conference. They have provided us with invaluable insights into the nature of resilience, adaptability, and the pursuit of excellence, qualities that will serve us well as we venture forth into the unknown reaches of the cosmos. Xyloth, standing beside their mentor, nodded in agreement, their tentacles undulating with a sense of pride and purpose. By embracing the Deathworlders' approach to survival and pushing the boundaries of our own potential, we have unlocked new avenues for technological advancement and interstellar exploration. Our two civilizations, once separated by vast cultural divides, now stand united in our shared quest for knowledge and the betterment of our respective worlds. The audience, a mix of alien citizens and human representatives, erupted into enthusiastic applause, their cheers and tentacle-waving echoing through the chamber. In the years that followed, the collaboration between the alien and human civilizations deepened, with the two species working in tandem to tackle the challenges of space exploration, interstellar diplomacy, and galactic defense. The Deathworlder sports, once viewed with a mixture of fascination and trepidation, had become a unifying force as the two civilizations engaged in joint training regimens and friendly competitions. The physical and mental challenges inherent in these activities served as a foundation for a deeper understanding of each other's strengths, weaknesses, and potential. We have discovered that the Deathworlders' survival instincts are not just a reflection of their homeworld's harsh conditions, but a testament to the resilience of all sentient life. Xyloth observed during a conference addressing the Galactic Council. By harnessing these qualities, we have unlocked new possibilities for exploration, communication, and the forging of lasting alliances across the stars. Xyloth, standing beside their mentor, added, "The lessons we have learned from the Deathworlders have transformed us, both individually and as a civilization. We are no longer content to simply observe and learn. We are ready to take our place as active and valuable members of the galactic community. As the two civilizations worked in tandem to develop cutting-edge technologies, design specialized equipment for deep space missions, and navigate the complexities of interstellar diplomacy, the once skeptical alien citizens watched with a growing sense of awe and pride. The Deathworlder sports, once viewed as a mere curiosity, had become a symbol of the power of cooperation, the triumph of resilience, and the boundless potential of two civilizations united in their quest for knowledge and the betterment of their shared existence. Xyloth and Xyloth, the architects of this transformative journey, smiled with a sense of profound satisfaction, their tentacles intertwined in a gesture of camaraderie. They knew that the path ahead would be filled with challenges, but they were confident that the lessons they had learned from the Deathworlders would guide them through, stronger and more resilient than ever before. As the two civilizations stood side by side, ready to face the mysteries of the cosmos, a new era of cooperation and discovery had begun, one that would echo through the stars for generations to come.